believe 14th or 15th and K. I'm told the remnants of the Snake March are somewhere in here. There appears to be a bunch of vans, a bunch of foot cops, and a bunch of people in the middle of the road. I'm going to attempt to get some photos. And it should be evident that the troops are coming in full force. We got a motorcade coming in, along with at least one empty bus. You see over here. We have a crowd, perhaps surrounding a vehicle, and we'll be moving on. Of the undercovers, you can see they're quickly trying to get out of the way. These are absolutely undercover. And this is a bit more telling about the situation we have on hand here. There's a bunch of people surrounded, absolutely surrounded by cops. It looks like they're all at the front of the park. No confrontations, and all looks halfway decent for now anyhow. Say that again for the camera? All right, and we are about to leave 14th and K. Approximately 100 people have been arrested. The charge has been parading without a permit. This is just a sampling here of the cops. You can see if I turn around, the line of cops is very significant. They go all the way down the street, going up 14th. I'm not sure what they're doing exactly. There's well under 60 people in this park altogether, and I would say close to 200 cops. And it's starting to rain, so I'm putting the camera away. All right, go ahead.
What do you want to know?
If you could just give me an account of what you saw,
Okay, well,
just so I get it on audio.
There were how many people? The Snake March? About 400 people in the Snake March. Marching down the street. We got blocked into one block of a street. The cops came, pushed in from all the different sides, and got us closed into one corner of the sidewalk. There was traffic going on everywhere. We weren't instructing anything at that point. They had us completely surrounded on one corner of the sidewalk. At that point, they started pulling people out one at a time, like through, and then they would close back up so there was a barricade. They got about 80 people that way, and they automatically arrested them and put them on a bus. There was one girl who was hurt. I couldn't see how, but they were calling for a medic. A medic was standing right next to me in front of the cops, and they wouldn't let him through to get to her. They eventually carried her off, but they wouldn't let medical help get to her first.
How many people would you, or what kind of police repression did you witness, or any?
Well, I saw them deliberately hurting people. And I saw when there was one medic, and everyone else was willing to back off and just let the medic through. They wouldn't let the medic get to a girl who was hurt. And the only way that we got out is that after they arrested about 80 people, just randomly pulling the ones who were in the front out, then they opened up a way for the press to get out of there, because there were also press blocked in there, and we just followed the press out through the opening. And so, but they already had about 80 people arrested on the bus.
They're also using batons. There was some sort of a smoking gas that they released. I think that the girl that was injured was injured from I think the smoke or the gas that they put in. She was coughing, her eyes were, she was holding her face, and she was on the ground.
So you think possibly tear gas was used?
Yes.
It was definitely some form of tear gas.
They ended up breaking windows in the city bank.
I got footage for that.
They were slamming people against that window. So if it was broken, that would be, I didn't see it, but that would be my guess as to how.
All right. Well. All right, we are at 14th and 10. You can hear the troops are coming in. You can see a large group of people on the move ahead. and we're on our way to join this party. Hey, what's up? Alright, that's just recording a visual sighting of police running around in budget rented trucks. I thought that might be interesting. And this is a picture of the cop who is directing us off the sidewalks into the streets. It's rather unique. You can see here, this is where a number of demonstrators are absolutely encircled by many police officers. I don't think that this film is really giving it credit, 'cause I'm only giving it one angle here. And that again was a request to step off of the sidewalks and into the streets, public sidewalks I should mention.
Not much, man, you know, just doing the day's work.
The police are moving on one side. You can't see it in the film right now, unfortunately. Squeezing in on the protesters. And I'm looking for a better view. Putting up you can see where we're at. We're at Pennsylvania and 15th right now. Panning over. The crowd on the inside is increasingly squished down. Nobody is being allowed in or out. The streets all around are lined both with pedestrians and police. You can see here, we have some footage of them getting ready with their plastic arresty handcuff things. It seems fairly imminent right now that they are going to be moving in and making arrests. Okay. It appears that there's at least one person they've loaded into the truck. The arrests are imminent. They're making them at this moment. Media has been moved back to a perimeter on the sidewalks across the street. This is the small crowd itself demanding that they be let go. You can see they're toe-to-toe with the police right now, and the police are really putting the pressure on, squeezing in very tightly. You know, the pictures of let them go. No one wants to see them arrested. Right here, some gentlemen that were laughing about the matter. My guess is that they're PD themselves. I'm glad that they find great humor in the arrest of citizens for practicing their freedom of speech. God damn it. Okay, we are now witnessing, this is the second bus. If I can get into the windows here, you can see that it is filing in rather rapidly. There's been no announcement as to any charges. So all the assumptions I had before with the gentleman I was recording apparently are much friendlier with the police. What's your badge number? At least as friendly as I had made out to be initially. You can see they're talking to police in uniform. These are faces that should be remembered. You have no involvement? I'm not involved in the arrest.
We were on K Street following the pagan snake march, and so they were walking along the sidewalks. They got 2 warnings to get off the streets, and they were walking along the sidewalks, and we came to a 4-way intersection, and what they started doing was going around in the 4-way intersection in a circle. And then riot cops showed up, just a few of them, and they were trying to get them to stay on the sidewalks. So what they did was they went across the street and started walking down the sidewalk, and they were at the end of this, like midway through, at the end of the sidewalk, there was a riot cop. And so they just walked towards the riot cops on the sidewalk. They were all on the sidewalk when this happened, and then the riot cops surrounded all the protesters, except for a few of them, and then they just started arresting them and putting them on the bus. And that's how the pagan march got stopped.
Yeah, we got the good man who's recording, the guy who's speaking about rights. And over here, found this interesting. Look at this flower of a woman. She doesn't look hard or cold at all, does she? In full stormtrooper gear. See, this is the 3rd bus now filling up with people. 2 buses completely full and pulled off. Nobody has been told what they are being detained for. It has also not been disclosed to where they are being taken.
Bush occupation! Put your hands off it! Welcome to the United States under the Bush occupation. Welcome to Washington, D.C. under the Williams occupation.
Hey, we should start chanting and.
Okay, they're very roughly handling people. I don't know if this is coming out on the tape or not. Between slamming them on the ground, I've witnessed. One was just brought very violently into the bus, enough to shake it.
Protesters are not violent. Police action is violent. Did you beat him so bad that he has to go over here?
There we go. And this is a view of... Excuse me, sorry.
You're smiling because you don't have any answers.
I hope this weighs on all of your consciousnesses when you're trying to lay down to sleep tonight. Think about the innocent people. Think about the violent crimes that could be taking part in any part of the city now.
What do they mean charged with?
And what's here?
This is the labor movement. Aren't you guys union?
Wait until they privatize you guys and you see your wages going down. You don't even know what we're here about, do ya? Record, it has been marching without a permit is the charge that we've just been informed by the police that 3 busloads so far people are being charged with, though I saw no marching happen myself, and I've been here for about 90 to 120 minutes. They were in a park. Everyone was in a park, as the video that I shot should show, and surrounded by police. So where the march happened is very unclear. Another plain clothes. I'm just trying to document as many of these fuckers as possible. Smile. Number 2. Smile, fucker.
People are in jail. Don't worry about it. There'll be plenty of time. You can catch a ride back with us.
I guess his wages have gone up for the blue-collar policeman, because that's some gourmet donuts and coffee.
$5. Have your picture taken with a real conservative. $10. And a key. Oh, wait, $20.
Got a Yeti sighting here in DC.
First step in providing treatment to its workers in Africa, so that we're going to start having people getting treated with antiretrovirals who can stay alive, just like people in the United States are able to stay alive with drugs that will work just as well for people who are just as important in Africa, but for the fact that they are African, they don't get them. The movement here is making a difference. Our leader is ACT UP Philadelphia. John Bell will speak to us from ACT UP Philadelphia.
We were going down the designated protest zone, but to corporate headquarters in the financial district.
Structural adjustment has got to go. Horse collar, you must know. 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 All right, let's not leave out the head of the bank. He's responsible too, James Wolfenson. James Wolfenson, you must know. Structural adjustment has got to go. James Wolfenson, you must know. Structural adjustment has got to go.
And there goes the effigy of businessmen all across the world.
everything, but if we could all sing together, then we could make up for the situation. And where there's a lot of us here, we could be loud enough actually to be heard down at the White House if we all sing together. And this song has 5 words, and if we all sing it with feeling, whether or not we believe it, other people will believe it. And if they believe it, then you'll start believing it. It's a snowball kind of thing, you know. We shall fight them on the beaches. We shall fight them on the shore. They will bring us exploitation. We'll bring them their class war. And we'll lock down to the gates as they're spreading vicious lies. They want to dominate the world, and we see through their disguise that they'd have one big multinational with their corporate flags unfurled, searching everywhere for the lowest wages in the world. Then we'll have one big union from Melbourne to Prague to Seattle town, wherever they may go. We will shut them down, we'll shut them down, we'll shut them down. We will shut them down. Well, you know the chorus now if you didn't before, so sing next time. Gotta be. Well, they can have their CNN, cause we've got our IMC, and we'll tell the truth quite clearly, though they don't want to hear it, and they'll try to stop our broadcast, cause the truth is that they fear it. We'll shut them down. We'll shut them down. What are we gonna do? We will shut them down. I know it's hot out, but we can have a little more enthusiasm than that. It just might work, you know? They'd have a world full of strip malls, plants grown by biotech. As long as they get richer, they just don't give a heck. But we don't want their ecocide. We want a world we can live in. That's why we're here to stay, and we're not gonna give in. We'll shut them down. We'll shut them down. What are we gonna do? We will shut them down. And they will infiltrate us, provocateurs within our ranks. And if they can't divide us, they'll send the planes and tanks. But we will stand together, pacifists and zapatistas, workers. We'll down. What are we gonna do? We will shut them down. And we will build a new world without the corporate elite. And we will see the day of their international defeat. We'll have self-determination and equality for all. For what choice do we really have but to rise up and see them fall? We'll shut them down. We'll shut them down. This is your last chance. Come on. We will shut them down. Louder. Come on. What are we going to do? We'll shut them down. We will shut them down. Did I lose the rhythm? I might have. That's too much. So I've been hearing on Nationalist Public Radio about how confused we all are here because we're all talking about so many different issues, and if we weren't confused, we'd be all settling upon one issue. But, you know, what do you think? Do you think there's any kind of relationship between U.S. economic policy and U.S. military policy? Yeah, so Nationalist Public Radio is full of shit like usual. This is a song about what's happening somewhere to the south of us here. We're going to be in tune. Distorted, but in tune. This is another sing-along. You'll catch it. Coke came to Colombia seeking lower wages. They got just what they came for, but as we turn the pages, we find the workers do not like the sound of their children's hungry cries. So they said, we'll join the union. They began to organize. So Coke called up a terrorist group called the AUC. Said, we've got some problems at the factory. The AUC went to the plant, killed 2 union men, told the rest, you leave the union or we'll be back again. Well, Coke did not complain. about this dirty deed. Why give workers higher wages when coke is all they really need? They phoned the AUC, said thanks, without you we'd go broke. And to show our appreciation, here's 100 cases of coke. The baby drinks it in his bottle when the water ain't no good. The dog drinks it, but he don't know if he should. Some folks say it's the nectar of the gods, but coke is the drink of the death squads. What is it? Coke is the drink of the death squads. Well, these workers wouldn't take this situation lying down. Some went up to Georgia, said, look what's happened to our town. You American workers get downsized, as for us we just get shot. And those of us who live, our teeth begin to rot. But the baby drinks it in his bottle when the water ain't no good. The dog drinks it, but he don't know if he should. Some folks say it's the nectar of the gods, but coke is the drink of the death squads. What is it? Coke is the drink of the death squads. Well, now that's the situation. What are you gonna do? Cause the death squads run Columbia and they're paid by me and you. We can let coke rule the world, see what future that will bring. Or we can drink juice and smash the state. Now that's the real thing. Cause the baby drinks it in his bottle when the water ain't no good. The dog drinks it, but he don't know if he should. Some folks say it's the nectar of the gods, but coke is the drink of the death squads. Coke is the drink of the death squads. Sound systems could get this. Window, all hail to the chief. Follow the leader and suspend your disbelief. Our country, right or wrong, you know what to do. Sing, God bless America. That red, white, and blue.
Okay, we got a time check here. We were at 17th and I, and we are in a parade that we believe to be illegal, and heading towards the quarantine section. I think we are at Edward Marsh Park, 18th and Pennsylvania. It's approximately 5:45. Let me give us a quick verification of that. Oh, right on the fucking nose. 5:45. And we're as close to the World Bank as we're getting right now, and hopefully we'll see some quarantine action starting up. And this is another view of the barrier preventing us from getting near all the bankers and other elite people. You can see, and mind you, this is just one area I'm looking at, and it is not only lined with cement and fences to keep us back, or cement blockades, but we're literally surrounded by cops. Not that we are trapped. By no stretch of the imagination should that be thought of right now, as we do have means to remove ourselves from here if need be. How deep the cops go, at least as deep as I can record. We got the camo military man securing the peace, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. And with them are some beefs and gentler ones, but you know, they've got their riders. This is a shot further down outside of the park. Almost here is a whole other chunk of a parade that we didn't see before. So the numbers are swelling, which is very pleasing. Again, that's another shot of the World Bank group house. That guy looks a little nervous, huh? Hey, I just wanted to give you guys a fair warning. If you're not down at any of these streets right now, I mean, they're really moving in the reserves quickly. We've had just about, in the past 5 minutes, maybe
3 units of,
yeah,
they're going back.
3 units of foot cops. And, you know, the equines came out from behind the barriers. Now, granted, that might just be because we're right in front of the World Bank and not at the 20th and Penn, which is a couple blocks, you know, I think east of here. But I'm just giving you guys fair warning so you have some sort of idea of what you're getting into if you're heading down there. I mean, the police are coming out in way bigger numbers over the past couple of minutes. A block away because we just turned around because of the amount of foot soldiers they sent in, and there's only one way out of here right now anyway. But I mean, we're literally, you can, well, I've got it on tape, the World Bank, the name, and all that.
Today is Sunday, September 29th. It's roughly after 2 p.m. We're at DuPont Circle, and this is the crowd that is gathered.
That's the place to meet us if you want to march with us. Right across the circle. Thank you again.
Y'all like sitting down? I guess everybody's seeing the back. My God, look at all those people. All right. Woo! All right, I'm going to sing a song for you called The Bell. If y'all want to clap along, make some noise, please do so liberally. It goes like this. Oh, where are you going, said the man at his desk. I'm going to a new world, said the child, and he stood, and he stood, and he stood, and 'twere well that he stood. I'm going to a new world, said the child, and he stood. Well, I'm sounding drums of war, said the man at his desk. Oh, I will not fight your war, said the child, and he stood, and he stood, and he stood, and 'twere well that he stood. I will not fight your war, said the child, and he stood. All right. Well, but don't you love your country, said the man at his desk. Yes, I do, but you don't, said the child, and he stood, and he stood, and he stood, and 'twere well that he stood. I do, but you don't, said the child, and he stood. Yeah, but don't you know the truth, said the man at his desk. Yes, you lie and call it truth, said the child, and he stood, and he stood, and 'twere well that he. You lie and call it truth, said the child, and he stood. Well, you must be scared to die, said the man at his desk. No, I'm prepared, and you're scared, said the child, and he stood, and he stood, and he stood, and 'twere well that he stood. I'm prepared, and you're scared, said the child, and he stood. Well, I think I hear a bell at his desk. Yes, it's ringing you, said the child, and he stood, and he stood, and 'twere well that he stood. It's bringing you to hell, said the child, and he stood. A huge deal. There's a 200,000 yesterday. And in Berlusconi's own Italy, a popular majority said they don't want a war. So maybe it'll only be a matter of like a tip before some mass media in America decides it's profitable to put the truth in these newspapers that we also don't want a war. This song I'm going to sing real short is called Proclaiming Jubilee, which we released at the 816 demonstrations here because we all know this is a war on of globalization. Oh, I am just with my task ahead to fan the flames of freedom and reclaim history and open up the doors full opportunity to hold the whole world in our hands, proclaiming jubilee, proclaiming jubilee, yeah, jubilee, yeah, jubilee, yeah. Yeah, maybe if we all like lived equally together this type of thing to begin with, right? Put all those guys, Sharon and Bush and maybe Bin Laden on the same island and go for it. Come tie my hands behind my back, put me in some cell. It's not a law in heaven to drag us down to. We'll stop in all the wheels of time in the name of equality. The whole world in our hands, proclaiming jubilee, yeah, jubilee, yeah, jubilee, yeah, jubilee. Well, there's some who want to see us hung, and some to buy our song. But there's many among us who'll join the rising throng to sing our tune and dance around through our trees. To hold the world in our hands, proclaiming jubilee, yeah, jubilee, jubilee, yeah, jubilee, yeah. All right, y'all, big day today.
You know, banners all over town and all over the campus. You recognize as we celebrate our centennial, our motto is celebrating our past and imagining our future. For me, at Western Connecticut State University is 10 years. And for the governor, it's 8 years, certainly as governor. And I would have to say that in that time in celebrating our past, thanks to this administration, we have more than $80 million worth of construction and renovation with the science building coming up to add to that, so you can so support. And for those of you who've been here over the past number of years, you recognize the changes. Not only physical changes, but certainly changes in programs. We've added a Master of Fine Arts program. We have an MFA in writing coming up. We hope for an EDD program. We've had a Waterbury campus. We have been saturated with technology. Our enrollment is up 6,000 plus. And we have, at least many of you know, we have a terrific science program accredited by society. We have a wonderful percentage of our students who get into med school. We truly have quality faculty to make all of this a reality. So we indeed, at least I am, celebrating our past. And we are imagining our future. And I think our future is very bright, thanks to the support we receive from our local, like Mayor Boughton with us here.